Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Out of the Park Baseball 25, and today on the menu we have a quick 2-game series against the Atlanta Braves, and it's gonna be on the road in Atlanta. And then we're coming back home for a long homestand. So yesterday, or in the previous video, depending on where you're watching and when, we took 2 out of 3 against the Pirates. So we have won 4 of our last 6 games. We are playing 500 ball right now, considering that, you know, we are the 1969 Expos. That's really not too bad. Yeah, I did want to check. Oh, see, it's a lot tougher right now for our expansion cousins, the San Diego Padres. They are 10-18, so struggling a little bit over there. Mostly offensively, they are second in the MLB in strikeouts by their pitchers, so they are at least doing good there, but the record is not as good as ours. Alright, the Braves are 12-15, so not doing all that great there. So yesterday I missed that. Usually I sim until, you know, it's game time. So we're gonna go ahead and finish today. All of our players are gonna get an extra day of rest. That's always good. Oh, we received a personal message from Don Clendenon. He's probably not happy with his playtime, is my guess. Oh yeah, I have been unhappy with my role on this team, and I hate coming to the ballpark lately. I feel I am a part of the starting lineup, and I hope you consider giving me the respect and role I deserve. No. Alright, so this is the scouting report before facing off against the Braves. Of course, their best player is somebody you might have heard about, Hank Aaron. So, yeah. He's 35, so I don't know. No, he's still a 5-star player. Oh, doesn't have a great batting average. Then they have Rico Cardi as the catcher. Also not having a great season. Oh, that's probably why they don't have a good record. Their stars are not producing all that great. Cleet Boyer, Phil Necro, of course. Then Orlando Cepeda. Right, doesn't look like we're gonna face Phil Necro. Alrighty. Well, you know what they say. Let's get going. Alright, well, hopefully that's yikes. Looks like we're having some issues here. Okay, well, hopefully that's gonna be good enough. Alright, so facing off against the Braves. Alright, so for the first game, it's going to be Milt Pappas on the mound for the Braves. We are going to go with Bill Stoneman.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Sorry, I'm checking the quality of the image. It looks like it's okay, I think. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and click on play ball. So we're going to go with Bill Stoneman. Bill Stoneman has been... like, he had a really good game early in this season, but as you can see, he's struggling there. 20 walks to 13 strikeouts, so definitely not the kind of ratio we want to see. So anyway, Hopefully that's not going to be a problem today. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this lineup going. The Braves are going to go with Orlando Cepeda leading off, playing first base. Felix Millen is going to be the second baseman, batting second. Rico Cardi, catcher, batting third. Hank Aaron, of course, in right field. He's going to be batting fourth. Cleet Boyer, shortstop, fifth. Felipe Alou, of course, Expos fans should be very aware of who that is. Playing left field, he's batting sixth. Mike Lumsh, center fielder, batting seventh, and Darrell Evans, the third baseman, batting eighth. Alright, so, well, let's get going. We're going to be playing in Atlanta. Quick 2-game series today. Alright, and we have Maury Wills leading off for us at Atlanta Stadium. I did download the historical ballparks and everything, but it doesn't look like it's working. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Right, Maury Wills, it's at too short, and that is out number 1 already. Right, that brings up Manny Mota, 2-2 to him. Weak fly ball to center, that's cut there by Lum for out number 2. Now the batter is going to be Rusty Stubb. Rusty Stubb had a pretty good series against the Pirates last time out. 2-2. And oof, that's out of here. That's a solo shot for Rusty Stubb. He gets us on the board here. It's 1-0 for the Expos. 382 feet. Alright, Mac Jones is now the batter. 1-2 to him. 2 outs. Oh, grounds it slowly to the pitcher. And that's an infield single, so the inning is still alive. That brings up Bob Bailey. 2-0 to him. Grounds it to short. And he is out. And that's out number 3. Expos get 2 hits, 1 run on the solo blast by Rusty Stubb. Bottom of the first incoming. Stolman facing off against Orlando Cepeda to start the inning. Full count. And he walks. Alright, not a great start to this game. Walking the first batter we face. Alright, Felix Millen is next, 0-2. Grounds it to short, and we only get the lead runner at second base. That's a fielder's choice. There's now 1 out, runner on first for Rico Cardi. 1-0. Oh, and the runner goes, and he is safe. That's a stolen base for Millen. That's his second of the season. Alright, so runner in scoring position now. 1-2 the count. Grounds it to short. Wills with a throw to first, and that's out number 2. The runner advances to third on the play. So now runner on third, 2 outs for Hank Aaron. Full count, and he walks. Alright, inning still alive. Alright, so runners on the corners, 2 outs. Cleet Boyer is the next batter, no count to him. That's a base hit to center. That's going to score a run, and we have a tie game now here in Atlanta. Oh, on the play, Hank Aaron tries to make it to third base, and he is out. That's the end of the inning, but the Braves do tie the game, so it's 1-1 after 1. John Bateman facing off against Milt Pappas. 1-1 the count. Grounds it to third, and oh, that's either a bad throw or what was it? The throw is off target. Alright, so Evans with the error there. That is unfortunate for them, but I will take it. Floyd Wicker now with a runner on first, nobody out. No count to him, and he bunts. That's a successful sacrifice bunt. Of course, it is 1969, so bunting is a regular thing to do, and actually players are capable of bunting properly. A little bit of a lost start now in 2024. Ty Klein now, runner on second base, one out, no count to him. Rounds it to third, and he is thrown out at first for out number 2. Sadly, the runner doesn't advance on the play since it was hit at third. So now 2 outs, runner on second base for Bill Stolman. Well, Stolman does it for 400 this season, 0-2. And he's struck out looking. Alright, end of the second for the Expos. We get a runner in scoring position, but cannot do anything with it. Still 1-1 heading into the bottom of the second, where Felipe Alou, probably the most beloved Montreal manager that the Expos had in their history, is now the batter. Full count to him. And he walks. Alright, so Bill Stolman continues to have control problems. That's not good. Mike Klum is next. 0-1 the count, runner on first. Grounds it to second, and we only get the runner at first. Alright, so Lum is out at first. Felipe Alou makes it to second base, so runner in scoring position for the Braves now, with Darrell Evans the batter. 1-1 to him. That's a base hit. Opposite field to left, should score the run. Oh no! Nice throw there by Mac Jones, and we get Felipe Alou out at home. So there is no run score. However, Evans does advance to second base on the play. So 2 outs. Runner on second base for Milt Pappas now. 3-1 the count, and we walk the pitcher. Alright, that brings up Orlando Cepeda. 3-1 the count, and he walks. Bill Stolman already with 5 walks this game, and we're only in the second inning. Not good. Alright, Felix Millan now. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. No count. Rounds it to second. Mota with the throw to first, and that's out number 3. Bill Stolman gets in trouble, but does not allow a run. It is still tied at 1, top of the third incoming. Maury Wills is the next batter. 2-1 the count. Rounds it to third. Evans with the throw, and that's out number 1. Right, Manny Mota is next. 1-0 the count. Oh, that's a little dribbler in front of the plate there. That's out number 2. Easy throw to first. Rusty stop now. No count to him. That's it to center field. Lum is there, and he catches it for out number 3. Alright, bottom of the third incoming now. Rico Cardi leads off for the Braves. 0-2 the count. Oh, he swung at a bad pitch. That's out number 1. First strikeout for Bill Stolman in this game. Hank Karen is next. 2-2 the count. Oh, strikeout swinging as well. Bill Stolman here with 2 back-to-back strikeouts. Now Clete Boyer is next. 1-2. And he strikes out the side. Whoa. Bill Stolman just struck out the side, like batters number 3, 4, 5 for the Braves. That's pretty good. Mac Jones is the next batter. 2-2. And he struck out. Bob Bailey is next. 0-2 to count. And he struck out looking. Oh god, is he gonna strike out the side as well? John Bateman is next. 2-1. That's a base hit to center. Alright, the inning is still alive. Thanks to a 2-out single by our catcher, John Bateman. Now Floyd Wicker, the next batter. No count. And that's a base hit down the line in right. It's going to be extra bases. And Karen is there. Gets it back to the infield, but that advances the runner. Oh! Whoa! Okay. I didn't think we were going to score on that. That's a run-scoring double by Wicker, who advances to third on the play. Sometimes with the angle, you don't see what's going on. I thought it would be a double with, you know, the runner stopping at third, but nope. Alright, Ty Klein now. Runner on third, 2 outs, no count. Oh, they're going to walk him to face Bill Stolman. So runners on the corner, Bill Stillman, 2-0 to count, and he grounds it to third. They get the runner at second base, and that's out number 3. Expos, however, do get a run thanks to a base hit by Floyd Wicker, and we are going into the bottom of the 4th with Felipe Alou leading off for the Braves. 2-0 to count. Grounds it to short, and that's thrown out to first for out number 1. Mike Lum is next, 1-0 to count. That's it to center. Ty Klein backpedals a little, and he's there to catch it for out number 2. Alright, Darrell Evans is next. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 to count. Oh, that's out of here, and that's a tied game. Alright, so Darrell Evans ties the game with a solo shot. 389 feet. Alright, a 2-out blast for the Braves, and now Milt Pappas is the next batter. 2-2 to count. And he struck out swinging. That's out number 3. Alright, Braves get a run on the home run by Evans. And now we are leading off the 5th with Maury Wills, who's 0 for 2 today. 2-0 to count. Grounds it to first. That's taken there by Cepeda for out number 1. Manny Mota is next, 2-2. That's it to left, and that's a base hit. Alright, so wasn't it very hard, but it fell, so that's what matters. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out for Rusty Stubb. No count to him. And that's a base hit to center. Alright, so back-to-back singles here. We might have something going. Mac Jones with 2 on, 1 out. 3-1 to count, but when he walks, oh. Bases are loaded with 1 out for Bub Bailey. Come on, buddy, you can do it. 2-1 to count. That's it. Oh, bad throw. All right. Milan with an error there, and it is 3-2 because we have a run that scored. Alright, 3-2 for the Expos, top of the 5th. Bases are still juiced with John Bateman, the batter. There's only 1 out. No count. Oh, that's popped foul. And the catcher is there for out number 2. Alright, Floyd Wicker is next. Now there's 2 outs. We need a base hit here. 2-2 to count. That's it to right, and right at the fence. Hank Aaron is there, catches it for out number 3. The Expos load the bases, only get 1 run. It is 3-2 heading into the bottom of the 5th, with Orlando Cepeda leading off that inning for the Braves. 1-1 to count. And that's a base hit to left, and that's going to be extra bases. That's a double for Cepeda to lead off inning number 5. Alright, Felix Milan is next. No count to him. That's a base hit to right. Alright, the runner doesn't go for home. So runners on first and third, nobody out. Yeah, we need like a pop fly or a strikeout here. 0-2 to count. And that's it to right, and that's gonna be extra bases all the way on the fence. Oh, that's not good. This inning is not over. Alright, so the Braves yet again tie the game. That's the 3rd time that we score and they tie the game the very next, in the bottom of that same inning. So now it's 3-3. Runners on second and third. Nobody out for Hank Aaron. 3-1 to count. And we're going to walk Hank Aaron. Not intentionally, but, because Bill Stillman just walks a lot of people. That's part of what he does. It's part of the strategy. I guess. Alright, so bases loaded, nobody out for Cleatboard. That's not looking too good right now. No count. That's it to right, all the way to the warning track. Rusty Sub is there. And that's gonna score a run. That's gonna be a sac fly. And it is 4-3 for the Braves now. Alright, so for the first time of the game, the Braves here with the lead. Felipe Alou is next. No count. Alright, pop fly. Manny Mota's there. He catches it for out number 2. Alright, that's good. Right, now just a out somewhere is good. Mike Lum, 2 on 2 outs. No count to him. Rounds it to second. Mota goes to the base himself, and that's out number 3. Alright. Braves load the bases with nobody out. They get 2 run. It is now 4-3 for the Braves. Top of the 6 with Ty Klein leading off for us. Sorry. 2-1 the count. Grounds it to short. That's a good throw for out number 1. Alright, do I want to pull Bill Stillman? I don't think so. I think we're going to keep him maybe one more inning. 2-0 to count. It is 1969. The pitchers stay in the game a lot longer than they do now. Grounds out to first for out number 2. Alright, Maury Wills now with 2 outs. 1-0 to count. Rounds it to third. Oh, that's an error on Evans. That's his second error of the game, I believe. Alright, so the inning continues with Manny Mota facing off against Milt Pappas. Top of the 6, we have 2 outs. Runner on first, no count. Oh, Wills is going. And that's a base, not a base, a stolen base. His 6th of the season. Alright, so Manny Mota now. Full count. Oh, he struck out swinging. That's very deplorable. Alright, we get a runner in scoring position, but cannot get him to score. So now it's the bottom of the 6 with Darrell Evans leading off for the Braves. No count to him. Rounds it to first, and he is out. Milt Pappas is next. Full count to him. And he walks. We have walked the pitcher twice in this game. Not exactly the type of performance you want to see. Orlando Cepeda now. 0-1 the count. Ooh, that's out of here. Opposite field home run for Cepeda. A 2-run blast. It's now 6-3 for the Braves. They're in the bottom of the 6. It looks like this game is slowly shifting towards the Braves maybe running away with it. Of course, the game is not over. I had a really nice comeback against the Pirates yesterday, so maybe I have one of those in store today. We'll see. Alright. Full count to Felix Milan now. And he walks. Yeah, Bill Stallman, you need to go practice your control some. How old are you? Can you improve that even? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I have a new keyboard and like the keys are super sensitive on it, so I must have just like, you know, looked at the space bar or something. Stallman is 25, yeah, maybe he can improve it a little bit, but anyway. Alright, so run on first, 1 out. Rico Cardi is the batter, and full count, and he walks. What a surprise. Oof, he just set the Expos record for walks with 9. Alright, Ankaran, runners on first and second, 1 out, 3-0. Oh, yeah, that's over. You can't find a strike. Alright, he loads the bases again. That's 10 walks. We're gonna go ahead and substitute him. He's yeah. Let's see here. Probably gonna go with Howie Reed. At least for a couple innings, I hope. Alright, Cleat Boyer now. Bases loaded, 1 out. We're bringing in a reliever. We read Bill Stolman with 10 walks in this game. It's that's enough. 1-0 to count. Grounds it to second. Oh, we get the out at home. But the runner is safe at first? Yep. Alright, so at least no runs scored here. 2 outs now. Felipe Alou, the batter. 2 into the count. That's it to center. Ty Klein should have that. And he does. And that's out number 3. Braves do get 2 more runs. It's now 6-3. We're going to need to start, getting things together here. Rusty Stubb leading off the top of the 7th for us. 1 into the count. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so opposite field single to lead off the inning for Rusty Stubb. We might have something going here. Mac Jones is next. No count. He grounds it to third. And that's a fielder's choice. They get the runner out at second base. 1 out, runner on first for Bob Bailey. 2-0 to count. And he grounds it to short, and that's going to be a double play. And that ends the inning, sadly. So we get a leadoff runner, and just like that, everything's erased. Nothing going on. Alright, Mike Lum, bottom of the 7th. 2 into the count. Struck out swinging. Alright, that's good. Darrell Evans now, full count. Struck out swinging as well. There you go. We read knows what's what. Milt Pappas, 1-0 to count. And that's a base hit to left. Well, Milt Pappas, 2 walks, a base hit. Like, the pitchers in this game against me, like, it's crazy how successful they are. Like, it was the same thing yesterday against the Pirates. Like, Orlando Cepeda, 2 outs, runner on first, 1-0 to count. Grounds it to third. Wicker with the throw, and that's out number 3. Alright. For the first time in 4 innings, the Braves do not score. Top of the 8th, we have John Bateman. Do I want to bring in... He did get it. I'm going to keep him in. 0-1 to count. Grounds it to third. And Evans gets him out with a good throw. That's out number 1. Floyd Wicker is next. He also has it. I'm going to keep him. 0-1 to count. That's it to left. And that's cut here pretty easily by Felipe Alou. That's out number 2. Now Ty Klein. Now he does not have it. Right, let's go with Jim Ferry. I've had some luck yesterday with him coming in as a pinch hitter. Right, 1-1 to count. Oh, that's popped. That's going to be cut there by Cepeda. Yep. For out number 3. Alright, so the Expos go down in order. Going into the bottom of the 8th. But, Ferry can't play center field. Oh yeah, he can. Alright. Well, he can just stay in the game. There you go. No need to burn another player. Alright, we read against Felix Millen, bottom of the 8th. Braves up by 3, 6-3 to score here in Atlanta. That's a base hit to center for Millen. Alright, Rico Cardi is next. 0-1 to count. That's a base hit to left. Alright, another base hit for the Braves. They now have back-to-back hits to start inning number 8. And Karen is next. 1 into the count. And he struck out swinging. Beautiful. That brings up Cleat Boyer. No count to him. Oh, that's a base hit to center. And for like the 7th time or so this game, the Braves have loaded the bases. Now, it might be a slight exaggeration, but it feels like they had the bases loaded quite a bit. Felipe Alou one out, bases loaded, 2-1 to count. Grounds it to short. We're getting the out at home. Alright, so we didn't get the out at first. I very rarely, I don't even remember if I've seen that play happen, and I've played Out of the Park Baseball since version 8. Well, I played the demo of 8, and my first purchase was 9. But... Alright, Mike Lum, 2 outs, bases juiced, 0-1 to count. Rounds it to first, and that's taken there by Bailey for out number 3. Alright, so top of the 9th, we're gonna pinch it for how we read. We're gonna go with let's give an at bat to Don Clendenon to shut him up. There you go. 2-2 to count, and that's a base hit to right. There you go. If you continue to play like this, you might play. Alright, Maury Wills now, runner on first, nobody out, 3-1 to count, and that's a base hit to center. Alright. So all of a sudden we have runners on first and second, nobody out. Now they finally pulled Pappas for Cecil Upshaw. Alright. So Manny Mota is the batter now. I'm gonna bring in Jose Herrera. See what happens. 1-2 to count. And that's a base hit to left. So now all of a sudden we have bases loaded, nobody out, in the top of the 9th. We're down 3, and Rusty Stubb is at the plate. Like, that's the kind of shit that they write like for a story or something. Alright, let's see what Rusty has in the tank here for us. 1-0 to count. And that's it to second. Oh, they got Clendenon out at home. Looked like he was safe, but okay. Alright, so bases loaded, 1 out. Mac Jones, the batter. No count to him. Oh, that's a bad pitch. Ho ho ho. Alright, the Expos score a run here. Now first base is open. There's 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. 2-0 to Mac Jones. Grounds it to second. And they get him out at first for out number 2. So now we're going to need a base hit from Bob Bailey. He's 0-4. He does have a RBI. I'm going to keep him. Come on, we can shake it up. 0-1 to count. And that's line to third for out number 3. Alright, so that didn't pay off to leave him in there. Alright, I did get an achievement for gunning down 2 runners from the outfield, but yeah, I did lose the first of 2 games here against the Braves, 6-4. Alright, so we tried, but couldn't quite get the win this time. So Stoneman with like, he allowed 10 walks. That's, you know, you're not gonna win many games when your starter walks 10 guys. You're just not gonna win many games like that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and advance here. Finish today. Alright, now we're gonna... Oh, we are facing Phil Necro after all. Okay, alright. So we're gonna be facing some knuckleball action there. Oh, okay. That happened. Alright, yes, Bill Stoneman. Not he's cold. He's not doing too hot over there. Right, Phil Necro with his knuckleball rated as 76. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Right, we're gonna be sending Larry Jaster, the lefty. He's 2-2 for us. So Yeah, alright. Game number 2 out of 2. I think I'm gonna... Let's give Vocabula a start here at catcher. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There you go. Right, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot like that. Oh god, look at that. Atlanta has like the upper hand at every order except, and even then Manimoto is terrible this year so far, so I don't know. Alright, so they're going with Orlando Cepeda, Felix Millen, Rico Cardi, Ann Karen, Cleek Boyer, Felipe Alou, Mike Lum, and Bob Aspromonte. Sorry, not super familiar with all the players from that era. So they changed their third baseman. Oh, they're platooning. Okay, that's probably what's going on. All right, game 2. Are we going to bounce back here against the knuckleballer Phil Necro? Now, Phil Necro, of course, very known name, so we're gonna need some strong performances there if we want to win this game. 2-2 to Mario Wills, who is leading up this game. Alright, it is 8:05 p.m. Alright, and that's a grounder to short, and that's out number 1. Alright, Manimoto is next, 3-1 to count. And that's it to center for a base hit. Alright, we'll take it. Oh, and Karen playing center field now. Makes maybe a little bit more sense. Alright, Rusty Stubb is not a batter. Runner on first, 1 out. 0-1 to count. That's it to center. But Ankaran is there, catches it for out number 2. Mac Jones, runner on first, 2 outs, 1-0 to count. And that's it to left. And I believe, no, right at the track, Mike Lum is there, catches it for out number 3. Expos get a base hit, but don't do anything with it. Bottom of the first, Orlando Cepeda facing off against Larry Jaster. 1-2 to count. That's it to right. Rusty Stubb is there. He catches it for out number 1. Felix Milan is next. No count. It's a 2. Oh, that's it. Weekly, and that's cut by Moto for out number 2. All right, 2 up, 2 down here for the Braves. Rico Cardi is next, 1-1 to count. It's it to right. Rusty Stubb is what a diving catch by Rusty Stubb. Atlanta goes down in order thanks to that wonderful catch there. And Bob Bailey leads off the top of the second for us, no count, facing off against Phil Necro. Grounds it to short, and that's an easy out at first for out number 1. Floyd Wicker is next, 0-1 to count. And that's... Oh, what a catch by Aspromonte there. Alright. Well, both teams are having really good defensive plays there. Ty Klein now, 2 outs, 1-1. Rounds it to second, and that's out number 3. All right, 3 up, 3 down for the Expos, thanks to a great play by Aspromonte at third. All right, bottom of the second, Hank Karen here facing off against the lefty Larry Jaster. Full count. That's it to center. Klein going after it, and he catches it for out number 1. All right, good running play there by Klein to get to that ball. Cleet Boyer is next, 1-2 to count. And he struck out swinging. All right, out number 2 already. Felipe Alou is next, 1-2. Grounds it to third. Wicker with the throw, that's out number 3. All right, Atlanta also goes down in order. Top of the third, John Bocabella now, 1-1 to count. Hits it to center, and Karen should have no problem catching that. And that's out number 1. Larry Jaster is next. 1-0 to count. Oh, that's it. Porty. And that's cut for out number 2. Something looked weird there. Alright, Maury Wills now is the batter. 2 outs, top of the 3rd, 1 into the count. Grounds it to 3rd. Oh, that's gonna be, yeah, that's an error by Aspromonte. Alright, so run on first, 2 outs from Manimota, 0 into the count, and he struck out swinging. That's that. That's the end of the inning. Alright, no score still going into the bottom of the 3rd. Mike Lum leading off for the Braves, 2 into the count. Oh, that's it really well. And that's out of here. Mike Lum with the home run. 401 feet, and that was his first of the season. A total blast there. Alright, Bob Aspromonte is next. Full count. Nobody out, of course. And he walks. Alright, so Jaster here faltering a little. Alright, so Phil Necro is next. 1-1 to count. He tries to bunt but misses. It's 1-2 now. And he bunts now. Alright, so that's a successful sacrifice. And we have 1 out runner on second base now for Orlando Cepeda. No count to him. Oh, that's a bad throw. So the runner makes it to third base with 1 out. 2 into the count. That's it to center. Right at Klein, so he catches it. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. It is now 2-0 for the Braves here in inning number 3. Felix Milan is next with 2 outs. 2-1 to count. It to center. Klein is there, catches it for out number 3. Alright, the Braves get on the board thanks to a 1-run blast by Mike Lum and sacrifice fly, I believe, by Cepeda. Yeah. And that's 2-0 for the Braves. I had a little bit of a brain cramp there. Right, Rusty Stubb leading off the top of the 4th, 1 into the count, facing off against Necro. And oh, that's a base hit. Opposite field base hit, and that's going to be extra bases. Right, so that's a double for Rusty Stubb to get the inning started, so we might be getting something here. Right, so Mac Jones, runner on second base, nobody out, 1-1 to count. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first for out number 1, unfortunately, because it was at short, the runner doesn't advance. Alright, Bob Bailey now, runner on second, 1 out, 1-1 to count. Oh, it looked like it was really well hit, but no, it's just caught in left field by Mike Lum, and again, the runner doesn't advance, so all of a sudden, there's 2 outs, and our runner is set at second base for Floyd Wicker, no count. Oh, that's a bad pitch. Probably a bad knuckler. No, it was a fastball, actually. 2-0 now. That's it to left. Mike Lum is there, should catch that for out number 3, and he does, and that's that for the Expos, bottom of the 4th incoming. We are down 2-0 with Rico Cardi leading off here against Larry Jaster. That's 2 into the count. Grounds it to short. Wills with the throw, and that's out number 1. And Karen is next, 1-0 to count. Grounds it to the pitcher. And he gets him thrown out at first for out number 2, sorry. Now Cleet Boyer is next, no count. Grounds it to short. the throw by wheels, that's out number 3. Alright, so we get that done here in inning number 4. Top of the 5th, Ty Klein leading off that one. 2-1 the count. Grounds it to short. And that's a good throw for out number 1. Right, Bocabella is next. 1-1 the count. That's it to center, but pretty much right at Ankaran for out number 2. Alright. Larry Jaster now with 2 outs, 2 into the count. Grounds it to first. And that's out number 3. Alright, Felipe Alou leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Braves, who are still up 2-0. 2-1 to count. Oh, that's a base hit to left. That's going to be extra bases. That's only their 2nd hit of the game. The first one, of course, was that home run. Alright, so a leadoff double for Felipe Alou. Mike Lum is next. 1-0 to count. Oh, that's it to left, all the way to the track. That's cut by Mac Jones. And that's out number 1. The runner does not advance on the play. Alright, Bob Aspromonte is next, no count. And that's it to left, and that falls in front of Mac Jones for a base hit. And on the play, the runner scores. It is now 3-0 for the Braves. Runner on first, 1 out for Phil Niekro. And he's bunting. Successful sacrifice hit, and that's out number 2. Runner advances in scoring position for Orlando Cepeda. 0-1 the count, and that's it to center for a base hit. Alright, right in front of Klein. And that scores a run. It is now 4-0 for the Braves. Alright, that's not a good series. Atlanta is not kind to us. Alright, Felix Milan is the next batter, and little do we know, in the 90s it's not gonna get any better for us. Man, the Braves owned the Expos, but God did I love to watch Greg Maddux pitch. Bittersweet. Alright, no count to Milan, and that's it. Oh, what a catch by Maury Wills there to end the inning. Braves add to their lead till they got 2 runs. Going into the top of the 6th, we are down 4-0. We need to get something going. Hey, Jerome Nollet, I haven't seen you in a while. We need to get something going here soon. So yeah, as you can see, I have restarted with the Expos. We are now in 1969, and the reason for that is that the game made a huge update for historical ratings, and when I imported my game, things didn't make much sense anymore because of that. So sadly, I had to trash that save. I was in 1996 with the Expos. I had like some decent players, but we're starting from the very first year. It's a little bit of a challenge for me too, because I don't know like the players all that well. Of course I know the bigger names, like of course I know who Phil Niekro is, but a lot of the players I don't really know. So anyway, so that's where we're at. We are now 13-14 in this season, and Maury Wills is leading off the 6th, 2-1. Alright, grounds it to first for out number 1. Alright, Manny Mota now, 1-2. That's a base hit to left. Alright, so Manny Mota here with 1 out base hit. And that brings up Russ out. In this save, not really signed a couple guys for the minor leagues. He demoted Coca-Cola Boy, so I don't have Coca-Cola Boy. He demoted Gary Sutherland, so in real life for the Expos, Sutherland was the 2nd baseman. so I don't have him, but like as far as trades or anything like that, not yet. He's been very, very, very quiet so far. He does have a trade pending with Cleveland, I believe, so we'll see if that goes through, but very quiet so far. I also don't have any injuries or anything. Like it's been pretty stable so far. All right, so Rusty Stubb, runner on first, one out, no count. That's it to right. That's gonna be cut though by Alou, and that's out number 2. Alright, Mac Jones is now the batter, runner on first, 2 outs, full count. And he struck out swinging. Couldn't hit that knuckleball. Alright, so now bottom of the 6th. Alright, bottom of the 6th. Rico Cardi is the batter. We're going to continue at least one more inning with Jasser. Yep, Rusty Stubb is my best player. Like Mac Jones has quite a bit of power, but his contact sucks. And then Bob Bailey has okay ratings, I guess, but he can't put it together. And now this guy, Floyd Wicker, has a lot of RBIs. In real life, he had like 50 at-bats total in the majors. But because they sent Coco the Boy down, he's my starting third baseman. And his ratings are not great, but he's been, sending people home. So, I mean, he gets a spot. All right, Rico Cardi leading off the bottom of the 6th, 2-2 to count. Struck out swinging. My pitching is not great. That's always been the story of me doing those saves, is that I never have good pitching. So, and Karen, 1 out, 1-2 to count. Rounds it to first. Oh, that's gonna be an error. All right, so error on Bailey. Is it on Bailey or Jaster? No, Jaster is the one with the error. All right, runner on first, 1 out for Cleet Boyer, 1-1 to count, and that's it to center for a base hit. All right, so now 2 on, 1 out for Philippe Alou, beloved Montreal manager. Grounds it to second, and that's a double play. All right, and we get out of the inning. All right, we need to get something going. Alright, Bob Bailey leading off the top of the 7th, 2-2 the count. Grounds it to third, and that's out number 1. Hey, thanks. Have fun eating, and yeah, I'm streaming from time to time. I'm not streaming every day, but from time to time, so feel free to stop by. I'm stopping after this game anyway, so. Alright, top of the 7th, so Floyd Wicker, 1 out, no count. That's it, right at the shortstop Boyer for out number 2. Now Ty Klein is the batter, 0-1 to count. And that's a base hit to center, so 2 out base hit. Oh, FJ. Whoa, ho, ho. Well, thank you, FJ, for that, for the sub. And yes, you are back as well. You graduated, or you're drunk, or both. John Bocabella, the batter now, runner on first, 2 outs, 1-2. And he's run out at first for out number 3. Oh, okay. What else? What else am I supposed to guess? I'll keep Jasser in for one more inning. He really didn't pitch all that terribly, like for 1969 standards, that is. Alright, Mike Lum leading off the bottom of the 7th, 0-1 the count. Alright, and he flies out to center for out number 1. So... Oh, is that what you wanted to say that you graduated, or was there something else? Bob Aspromonte now the batter, 3-1 the count. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Phil Necro is next, 2-2 the count. Grounds it to short, and that's out number 3. Alright, top of the 8th incoming. We need to get something going here. Alright, I think I'm gonna pull Jester out of the game. We're gonna bring in a pinch hitter. It's gonna be Jim Ferry. He's my only left bat on the bench. Alright, so Ferry here against Phil Necro, top of the 8th. We're down 4-0, 2-2 the count. And he struck out for out number 1. Mario Wills is next, 1-0 the count. He hits it to center, and Karen's waiting for it. That's out number 2. Alright. Usually I would pinch it for Manny Mota, but he has 2 hits this game, so he's staying in. I guess he's seeing the knuckleball pretty good. 1-2 the count. And that's a base hit to right. Oh, 3 hits for Manny Mota in this game. Sadly, it's in a losing effort, at least so far. Alright, Rusty Stubb now. Runner on first, 2 outs, 1-0. Oh, that's it really weakly. And that's cut by Aspromonte at third base for out number 3. Alright, so we have 1 inning left to try and do something. Oh yeah, I did pinch it for my pitcher. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with the 41-year-old Roy Face. I do like his name. Alright, Orlando Cepeda leading off the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 the count. Alright, strikes out looking for out number 1. Felix Milan is next, full count. FJ, did I see you play some Football Manager on the other day? It's too bad that I know nothing about soccer, because I could probably do a series about that, but I know nothing about soccer. It would be so like confusing to me. Runner on first, 1 out for Rico Cardi, no count. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so Roy Face now, 2 runners on, 1 out for Hank Karen. 2-0 the count. Oh, that's popped. Pop foul. And cut by Bocabella. Alright, 2 outs, 2 on for Cleet Boyer. 1-2 the count. A little strikeout would be beautiful. And that's a base hit to right instead. Alright, and the throw home, he's safe. That's 5-0 the score now. The game gets more and more out of hand. Alright, Felipe Alou is now the batter. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs, full count, sorry. And that's a base hit to left. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, 2 more runs. It's now 7-0. We're gonna need several little miracles in inning number 9 to come back from that. Al Breeden comes in as a pinch hitter. 1-1 to count. Oh, the runner goes. He advances due to defensive indifference. That's 2 stolen bases for Felipe Alou. Full count. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Braves had 3 runs. We have a really tall order ahead of us. We need 8 runs at the very least to win this game. Phil Necro still on the mound. Why not? I mean, he has a shutout going. Mac Jones is going to be the first one to face off against him. 1-2 the count. Grounds it to short for out number 1. Bob Bailey is next, but I'm going to pinch it for him. We're going to do Clendenon again. He got me a hit last time. 1-2 the count. Oh, that's out of here. No, it hit the top of the fence. I thought for sure it was out of here. Looks like it's going to be a triple at the very least. So triple for Clendenon. So we have a 1-out triple to try to mount that comeback that we need. Floyd Wicker is next. 1-1 to count. That's it to center. And Karen dives, catches the ball. That's out number 2. The runner doesn't go. Are we gonna be able to get at least 1 run? Ty Klein here needs a base hit for that to happen. 2-1 to count. That's it to short. And we got shut out by Phil Necro and the Braves. Alright, so we lost the 2 games in Atlanta after taking 2 out of 3 against the Mets, then 2 out of 3 against the Pirates. We get swept in that short 2-game series against the Braves. So not a whole lot here to talk about. Alright. Oh, there's some news here. Cat leads Minnesota to 5-0 win over Cleveland, so Jim Cat had a good game. Yeah, Necro shuts out Montreal 7-0. I was there. Bradley Earls for Tom Bradley Earls a 4-0 shutout. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and advance. Oh, we don't play tomorrow. I'm not gonna make the same mistake. This time I'm gonna advance properly. Alright. Right, Brown slams local media, so Larry Brown. Oh, Larry Brown here being vocal in the media. That doesn't always work, buddy. Alright, we're going to be playing our next series against the Reds. That's going to be for the next video. I'm going to go ahead and stop here for today. Of course, the Reds have Pete Rose. Oh, he's injured. We're not going to face Pete Rose, maybe. Johnny Bench, of course. Oh, he's 21. He's just getting started. Don Gullett, Tony Perez, and then Lee May. Alright, so Pete Rose may not play. I was going to say which, but he's of all the positions he's played in his life, yeah, they have him at right field. But, yeah, I might not... I guess we'll see. Maybe he just has a little bobo. But yeah, so next time out is going to be against the Reds. Yeah, Pete Rose and then Gary Nolan. We signed the last stream. He got a broken kneecap. His season is over. He was having one heck of a start to the season. So that sucks for him. Oh man, they have 4 of their 5 starters are lefties. That's gonna be interesting. Alright. Let's see if we have any kind of transactions. Nope. Our GM's still very, very, very quiet on that front. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that. And we're going to call this a night. So as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in. And it is ARG out. Peace out, folks. And I'll see you all next time.